You know, if I have a few albums by someone, I have them for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Like the one-offs here and there, I'm like, you know, I remember digging this at the time, but I never really, you know, sought anything else out by these people. So usually those can go the one-offs, but, you know, yeah.
You know, there are two things I've come back to lately.
Mm-hmm.
One is like Peter Gabriel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking brilliant.
Yeah. I don't know why. It's just like all of a sudden, I'm like, I really want to listen to Security. I really want to listen to Number 4.
Mm-hmm.
Really want to listen to So. And just did, and just kind of went down the wormhole again. So, especially since like those, I think it's Melt Number 3.
Oh, yeah. Brilliant album. Love that album.
Like, and I really like the song. Not moving on to my second thing. I really like the song "In the Meantime" by Space Hog.
Okay,
I fucking love that song so much. And I know I still have my copy somewhere. But I mean, eventually, like, it's going to happen where all electronic devices are rendered useless except my CD player. And I'm really going to want to listen to "In the Meantime," which that song's amazing. Like, I wish Space Hog would do something. Like, I don't know what happened to them. Anyway, speaking of things coming to an end.
Oh, that's right. We're talking about the sad announcement that The Good Place is wrapping up with 4 seasons. They're gonna do one more.
That's it. It's
So let's unpack this. What was? I mean, clearly you voiced your initial feelings about it as it being a big mournful thing and crushing blow. Let's talk about that.
You. I'm going to be okay.
Whoa,
I know how fragile you are emotionally.
Whoa.
Somewhere Jared aside, man.
Whoa. I thought at most we were going to get like 5 seasons or something.
I thought we would get 5. I honestly did.
But you know what? The fact that Michael Shore had an arc in mind the entire time, you know, he probably knew that it was going to be 4. Mm-hmm. Like he had it probably planned out season by season, and I'm fine with it. It's been an amazing show. I think it's grown, you know, and become just, I don't know. If he feels it's over, I respect that.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I think that, as has been bandied about by a lot of other people talking about it, you can get a show that just goes on forever and should have ended years previously.
Mm-hmm.
Take your Friends, for instance, or I don't know,
Big Bang Theory.
Sure, yeah,
a show I've never watched, but
I've never watched it either.
I probably watched 3 episodes.
Or like How I Met Your Mother went on way too long.
Oh, yeah, and then...
Like, I thought the first 3-4 years of that were great, and then it just kept going.
Yeah.
And you know what? You never find out at what point, you know, Josh Radnor becomes Bob Saget. Yeah.
Well, have you watched...
how does that happen?
Well, did you watch the last episode?
I did.
He never becomes Saget.
Yeah.
He's always Josh Radnor.
Yeah. Which, again, your voice doesn't change that much as you get older. You don't become... You know, it makes sense for Fred Savage to become Daniel Stern. You know, it makes sense even for Adam Goldberg to become Patton Oswalt. You know, all of that makes sense. But... really, we meet Ted as an adult. Over the course of however long the story is, it's like what the kids are 10, you know, maybe they're teenagers, maybe they're you know.
Yeah.
Over that course of time, your voice does not go from being one person to another.
I wonder what lofty intentions they had for that show, like to get
to
Bob
start
Saget.
out. Yeah.
Like, do you find out eventually that he's Danny Tanner from Full House? And like, this is How I Met Your Mother, and she died, which technically happened in the last episode of How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
It's yeah, guys, get over it. It's
statute of limitations.
Yeah. I mean, and honestly, at this point, if you've watched the show and you haven't gotten to the end of it, you probably never will.
Well, so much shit was like over it. Like when I just watched the ending of the show, I was like in the middle of the show. I would watch it like in syndication.
Sure.
I was like, I'm just gonna watch this. Like, I don't care how it ends. I just because I want to see what the big deal was.
Yeah.
And once I saw what the big deal was, I'm like, that's what you all got up about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a letdown. It was a big letdown, which, kind of goes back to, but I would argue that those, those first 3-4 years were really strong. And it, that group of actors together, played really well. And it got tired after like 9 years or something ridiculous. Yeah. It's nuts. It's too long for a sitcom, especially when you do 20 some odd episodes a season.
Yeah.
Good Place, you get 13 episodes a season. It's going for 4 seasons. You don't have time to get tired of it.
And when you know that something's going to end exactly where it's end, I mean, you don't want to dream it's over, but there's freedom within, and there's freedom without.
Oh boy!
And you can try to catch the deluge in a paper cup, but
I was towing my car. There's a hole in the roof. That was just too perfect. I the fact that there's a furniture store called the Crowded House is just. I had to.
If you don't know what Jerry is referring to, is the
Did you actually try to move your bed, Susu?
Did you it's here? There's a furniture store called the Crowded House.
It's out in Mesa. Yeah, it's by where I work.
Okay. So you took a picture of it on your Instas.
Yes.
And the puns began.
Indeed. Yes. Hey now, don't buy this sofa. Yeah.
Oh, someone had another one that was pretty funny.
Shante had one that was, what was it? Sofa So Strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, I was going to take that one, but, she took it.
Better be home soon was, I was
really proud of that.
Yeah. I thought you should be. I thought that was good. But yeah, there's just.
But yeah, I mean,
it's
never a good time to
do some furniture puns on Neil Finn lyrics.
Yes. So what do you think is gonna? I mean,
well, we can't speculate too much about season 4 because we haven't even talked about season 3 yet.
That's true, but I mean, do we want to just say spoilers?
No. So actually, it gives us we can speculate away, I think, on season 4 because it's not been written yet and it's not aired and we're not going to spoil anything that's not. So it's like laying bets down as to how right we are.
So how do you think it's going to end?
Well, but how do we guess at things without factoring in season 3?
I think, I don't know. Like the one person I know who I spoiled it for.
Let's say we're at we'll say it's okay. I'll put a marker in there that at 24 minutes spoilers.
Okay.
So at that point,
come for the arcade fire. I'll leave for the spoilers.
People can choose to stick around for the conversation on season, that involves some season 3 spoilers. If you haven't seen it already, enter at your own risk. So I'll mark it in the notes. 24 minutes. Okay.
Which means read your notes, guys.
That's right. Read the freaking description.
Yep.
And we're talking about it. So spoilers starting now. Mega spoilers. Just tons and tons of spoilers.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's already revealed that there's some serious shenanigans going on because Nobody's gotten into the good place in how long? Like hundreds of years?
Right.
I think they say like 800 years or something like that.
Yes, and they hinted that at the end of season 2. Like, there's...
Yeah.
Like, there is a huge... Like, no one has gotten to the good place for so long, so there's shenanigans.
Right.
There's tomfoolery.
Yeah, exactly. There's a great turn by...
Stephen Merchant?
Yes. I for me, he was always like the best part of The Office too, and I don't know, he's always fun for me. So having him be the accountant was great, or head of accounting or whatever he was, and but yeah, so he's they go there and they find that that nobody's gotten into the good place in quite some time. And so that, I mean, I'm assuming that kind of lays the groundwork for season 4 of what's going to go on. And they get a council going of good place representatives, and it's the good place is like a city council basically.
Yes.
There's like nobody's gonna make a move on anything without some serious research and all that kind of thing. And so it's like clearly the bad place taking advantage of the complacency and like rule following of the good place, and they're just fucking shit up.
Yes.
Left and right.
Yep.
Now, so season 4 has to have some. Also, we know that because of the bad place infiltration and all that kind of thing into the new neighborhood, that Eleanor had to. Well, that's right, because they made a demand that she be included in the people in the new good place, in the new neighborhood,
right?
But
the trade-off was
she had to have her memory wiped.
Yeah,
and so there it goes. Ended up being the saddest fucking episode of. It's one of the. There were tears. I gotta say, I'm just like, love of her life. Like they just found each other, and it was just and she gives that up, like the ultimate sacrifice, basically. Proving, in my mind anyway, that Eleanor has become a good person. And
why am I thinking it's Chidi who did it?
Because you're right. Because it's Chidi who did it. That's right.
No,
that's right.
I may be exhausted, but I know what's up.
Yeah, because I haven't watched it since it first aired.
I haven't either.
God damn it! Okay, so your memory is just better than mine. You're absolutely right. It's Chidi. It's Chidi who wipes his memory. Yeah, and so which actually makes it worse because, Eleanor has to do the intake and Eleanor has to be the architect, right?
Yep. She's the architect.
She's the architect because Ted Danson freaks out. Can't do it. He's having like complete panic attack. And so she goes out there and has to do the intake for the love of her life who doesn't remember who she is.
Yep. And Janet helps her because it's
Janet. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So I almost anti-spoiled things for some people by telling them the wrong thing.
Psych!
Fooled ya. Yeah, no, but that's right. Chidi does it.
So now that you've given the overview, how do you think it's going to end how we think it will?
I need it to not be predictable. Yeah, I need it to not be predictable because...
I mean, do we go into it knowing that it's going to end with Chidi and Eleanor getting together?
I I don't know. I mean, that would be the obvious thing to have happen, is that through the course of the season, they, Chidi,